All right, Shalom. All right, Shalom, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. All right, back at you with another live lesson through the Holy Spirit of Rakakwadash. All right. This is the coming persecution and the famine of the word, the follow-up. All right. So I wanted to follow up on the lesson that I did last night. The audio to me was trash. The mic was just hella loud, man. I don't know what the hell was going on, but hopefully I got that fixed. And just kind of want to add a few more things just to show you how real this shit is about to get. All right. So not wasting no time, we'll get right into it. Lord willing, I'm loud and clear. Let's go back through some things real quick. Let me share my screen. And Shalom out there. All right. All right. So getting into this thing here as we went through last night. Let's pull that back up. So I spoke about this article here dealing with the censorship that's coming. The headline, it says, Israel launching sinister Zionist plot to erase the First Amendment in the name of stopping anti-you-know-what. All right. And I went through what the First Amendment rights were. Just reading that again. It says here, matter of fact, we'll read this one here. All right. So this is from the Cornell Law School, right? Make it a little bigger. So this is what the First Amendment entails. It says the First Amendment guarantees freedoms concerning religion, expression, assembly, and the right to petition. Okay. And that's what's going on right now as far as like these universities and college campuses. People are protesting, they're petitioning what's going on concerning, Israel and Gaza, the bombings, the people that are dying, It says it forbids Congress from both promoting one religion over others and also restricting an individual's religious practices. It guarantees freedom of expression by prohibiting Congress from restricting the press or the rights of individuals to speak freely. It also guarantees the rights of citizens to assemble peaceably, and petition their government. Right. So pretty much, the powers that be, going back to the you-know-who's. All right. They're bringing all of this to an end. All right. We're coming into that time where you're no longer going to be able to say anything against these particular people. All right. Just want to re-highlight that as we read last night. It says the Zionist lobby is dumping lots of cash into a nationwide effort to redefine anti-you-know-what in United States law and make it illegal for Americans to oppose Israel, right? And like I said, this is what it's all about the whole time. All right. The laws, the decrees that are being pushed to silence those who are in power. You can't speak about them, those that are in power, right? Real quick. Let's go straight to it. Amos 8 and 11. Amos chapter 8, verse 11, it says, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Shem Shai. And that's what's coming. All right. They're gonna make these laws to get us off the highways and hedges, to get us off the unicorn, the internet. All right. It's all coming into motion. Verse 12, Amos 8 and 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, and shall not find it. Right. So this is what the Lord is saying. All right. Speaking about the famine. All right. The truth is not going to be as accessible as it is right now. All right. You know, the true prophets of Yahweh Shemel Shai are going to be hidden in these times to come. You know, it says in that day, excuse me, Amos 8 and 13, in that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint of thirst, right? Of what? Of the true living water. Okay. Anything that's of truth, anything that's of, you know, that goes against the status quo, that comes against the powers that be, is going to be eliminated, basically. All right. And that's the time we're coming into. All right. So just adding some more here. This came out last month, June 15th, 2024. It says Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries demands immediate passage of ADL-backed countering anti-you-know-what act. All right. And we'll read this in a second. I want to play this video first. All right. Just to show you what's being talked about. All right. Where's that at? Yeah, let's play this real quick. So it says Israel's New York Consul General Ophir Akunis tackles anti-you-know-what in U.S.
Ophir Akunis, Israeli Consul General to New York, thanks so much for taking the time to join us here. I've got to ask you, after 15 years in the Knesset and even longer than that in the political arena, why did you choose to take this job to begin with?
A very good question. I think that we are living in challenging times. I think that it's not less important to be here these days and represent the state of Israel and the Jewish people from here, from New York. And as you said, right after 15 years in a row in the Knesset, and I think that a political leader should, do more things in his career. And I think that this is the right place to be these days, especially these days.
You're here in the middle of an absolute storm right now. How do you even go about organizing your priorities when everything is so fluid and changing by the day?
I think that the main issue here is the attacks on the Israeli and the Jewish students in the universities and among the campuses. This is unacceptable. I think that this is the very first thing that I'm dealing in. The very first meeting here in the consulate was about the attacks on our people in Columbia University and New York, NYU University and the others. I think that this is urgent because we're a few weeks before the new year in the campuses, and I'm calling from here to the American people and to the American leaders to do whatever they can to stop it. This is unacceptable. If someone wants to protest against the state of Israel or against the Jewish communities, he can do it, but not in the way that they act in the end of April and the beginning of May, to wave Hezbollah flags, ISIS flags, Hamas flags, to scream and shout that the October 7th was only the beginning. This is unacceptable. This is not the freedom of speech. It's the freedom of hate.
This is obviously a time of political upheaval in Israel, but it's also a time of political upheaval and uncertainty here in the United States. And your dealings at the consulate, at the political level here in the New York area, who have you found to be a willing partner and who are you still trying to bring on board?
First of all, I'm trying to bring everybody to support Israel. I think that the American administration, American people, American leaders must stand with Israel because, Israel and the United States are in a very, very, very good relationship from the days that actually we declared the state of Israel. This is a very strong ally and will continue. And as I said, and I will say it again, we, the Israelis, are not part of the current campaign. You will choose. The American people will choose their president and their administration. And we, of course, respect.
Why did you?
Salakia, computer's lagging again. But I wanted to say that America is just a corporation, all right, and it's owned by the small hats. So of course they have very close ties, if you will, all right. So let me get back to where I was at. Let me see. I think we were right here. Right here.
Acceptable. This is not the freedom of speech, it's the freedom of hate.
This is obviously a time of political upheaval in Israel, but it's also a time of political upheaval and uncertainty here in the United States. And your dealings at the consulate, at the political level here in the New York area, who have you found to be a willing partner, and who are you still trying to bring on board?
First of all, I'm trying to bring everybody to support Israel. I think that the American administration, American people, American leaders must stand with Israel because, you know, Israel and the United States are in a very, very good relationship from the days that actually we declared the state of Israel. This is a very strong ally and will continue. And as I said, and I will say it again, we, the Israelis, are not part of the current campaign. You will choose. The American people will choose their president and their administration. And we, of course, respect any result that we'll see here in November 4th. And actually, this is the main idea of democracy. Well, what is the main idea of democracy? The will of the people. So we will respect the will of the people here in the United States, and I am sure that you, the Americans, will respect the will of the people in Israel.
In terms of your dealings at the street level with the American Jewish community here in New York, I mean, what's the sense of what you're getting from them? Is it fear? Is it resiliency? Take me into those discussions and those dealings.
In the darkest days, you can see the light. And the light is that the most, Jewish communities are united these days. And this unity reflects actually strength and not the opposite. We will not be victims anymore. You know why? I learned from history, and a lot of the Jewish communities here already learned from the history. You cannot be silent anymore, and we will not be victims anymore. It happened to the Jewish people in the 30s, and I heard it from my grandmother. She escaped from Poland a few days after the Nazis invaded Poland. And the Jewish communities in Europe and here in the United States as well remained silent then in the 30s and the beginning of the 40s. It will not happen again. We are strong, we are united, and I think that as I said, from the darkest days maybe of the Jewish communities since the very first immigration waves 120 years ago, we will be much stronger and will continue to be united. And this is, as I can see it, the most important thing.
You made a comment a few days ago calling these encampments, these protests, this violence toward Jews in the New York area a radical Muslim occupation. Do you stand by that phrasing?
I never said that it's a Muslim issue. I think that the radical Islam, influenced by Tehran and the axis of evil, is a huge problem, not only to the state of Israel.
And they're gonna tie us to that. Those are all those those buzzwords, how they're gonna tie us to radical Muslim extremism, because they're already trying to link, especially dealing with vocab Malone, they're trying to link us to being Muslims and shit. You got IUIC linking themselves up with the Nation of Islam. It's just a lot of weird shit going on. But we already see, as I spoke about it last night, responding to the brother Debar Kabash's lesson. All right, heavy demonization is in the air. All right, you can feel the spirit. It's definitely in the air. All right, so let's finish it out and we'll go back to this article here.
not only to the Jewish communities. It's the axis of evil versus the Western world. This is the problem. How do I know it? I can hear from this office, the screamings, death to America, death to Israel, glory to Palestine. So it's not about us anymore. And I'm warning, we all know that a lot of neighborhoods around Europe are already under a radical Muslim occupation. We know it. We know it from London, from Paris, from Brussels, from the Netherlands, and from Sweden. I don't want that such a thing will happen here in the United States.
There you go. So you heard it. They're saying enough is enough. It's unacceptable. It's time for us to stand up. We're not the victims anymore. All right. Because he was able to play the victim, and now, you know, he was able to play the victim, but he's really the oppressor. Right. And this is why, you know, let me get that in Job. You know, this is why, as I spoke about last night, this is why everybody is coming at his neck. All right. Because he's been found out. All right. Esau, Amalek, the wicked, they've been found out as the problem. Right. This is Job 20. All right. This is Job 20 and verse. Let's get straight to the point. Yeah, we'll get straight to the point down here. All right, this is Job 20 and 27. It says, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. All right, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, going back to what? Pretty much the prophets and Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, setting up this this internet, man. All right, to broadcast the truth, you know, and he's being exposed worldwide, man. The internet, social media, people are speaking out. This is why, you know, as of a couple months ago, all right, you had the what was it called? I want to say, was it the FCC or something like that, where pretty much Esau was able to have full access and control on what goes out over the internet. You know, because this mechanism, this device was the main, you know, downfall of this man's system. You know, it exposed him. And it says, in the earth shall rise up against him, right? So you have the planet Earth, the people are rising up against him for war, pursuing the Obadiah, the first chapter, first verse. You know, let us rise up, let us rise up against her for battle, speaking about Esau, Edom. Okay, because you've been found out, you've been exposed, you have been identified as the wicked. It says the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath via nuclear destruction. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, right? This is the portion of his cup. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High, right? Which is going to be fire and brimstone, total destruction. All right. So going back here to this article. All right. Just want to hit some points here, just going through the dynamics of everything and what these JOOs are setting in motion. All right. It says Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries demands immediate passage of ADL-backed countering anti-you-know-what act. All right. So they got their token Negro, you know. So it says, and we're gonna just jump down and around here. It says AIPAC funded House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Democrat of New York, on Friday demanded Congress, quote, immediately pass an Anti-Defamation League-backed, quote, countering anti-you-know-what act to silence criticism of Israel and police Americans' online speech. All right, there you have it. Okay, because like I said, this internet has done a lot of damage to this man's system. And you see they got their like I said, they got their token nigga all right, to get the job done. You know, it says the dangerous explosion of anti-you-know-what incidents in New York City and the nation requires decisive action at every level of government. You see, this shit is getting thick. And the nation requires decisive action at every level of government, Jeffrey said on X without referencing any specific incident. Quote, we have to crush this cancer with the fierce urgency of now. Congress must pass a bipartisan countering anti-you-know-what act immediately, right? So you see how serious this shit is getting? All right. So as we read here, and remember, right, as I brought out last night as well, you know, Trump did he gave the speech a couple months back, and he said that you know, he called for the death penalty as a proper punishment for anti-you-know-what in America. All right. So as it is looking, all right, they're talking about Joe Biden is not fit to run, and he's not going to be president and all of this shit. He might drop out the race. So it's looking like everything is set up for this guy to be put back in office. All right. And these are the things that he's fighting for, that he wants to put into action. All right. The death penalty for speaking about the small hatters. All right. And also he's calling for capital punishment. All right. Death by hanging, firing squads, the guillotine, the whole nine, man. So everything is being set up, all right, for prophecy as it is written. You know? See, we that have the vision, we that see this thing, we see right through it. Everything is going according to the plan, ultimately, of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Right? So let's go back and read some more. All right, just to show you that this persecution is deadly serious. All right. So this is let's read down some more. Here we go. So here's where it starts getting intense, right? So it says this bill would create a new national coordinator to counter anti-you-know-what within the executive office of the president to, among other things, counter the spread of anti-you-know-what online, i.e. government coerced censorship. All right, that's the famine of the word. Including to impose accountability for individuals. Journalist Michael Tracy noted on X. All right, and here's some of the documentation going into the act. All right, as you see here highlighted, as we read, it says accountability for individuals and accountability for online platforms. You see, so all of these social media platforms, online platforms are going to be regulated by the JOOs, by the government. All right, accountability for individuals, meaning they're going to come after people, man, as we've been warning you. All right, we talked about the $20,000, $30,000 fines. All right, 10 plus years jail time, possibly receiving a death sentence. This is how real this shit is getting, man. All right, it says, now I'll read a little bit more, just touching on the dynamics of this thing, man. All right, see, like I said before, all you bug out Jakes on the internet, hopping around the camera, talking about it's the Israelite party. I call on the name of Yah and Yisrael and all these bugged out niggas, man. You're gonna get caught up in all of this shit, man, because you're not aware of what's really going on. All right, shit ain't sweet. Okay, it says, and I'll read a little bit more. I don't mean to rant. Just it's a long article. Just want to hit the main points just to show you that this is a real battle that we're in the midst of. Like the elder said, we're in the midst of war, spiritual war. All right. It says the countering anti-you-know-what act is the most far-reaching anti-you-know-what initiative to be introduced in Congress. ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt said on X in April, it offers a smart how you say that word again? Bipartisan, whole of government and whole of society approach to combating this hatred and protecting JOOs around the country. See? Let's see. Is there any more? All right. And it goes into the ADL. I'll read this last thing and we'll grab some scriptures here. So it says, here's how the ADL described the bill in a statement on their website. It says the Countering Anti-You-Know-What Act, CAA, the most comprehensive anti-you-know-what initiative to be introduced in Congress, will implement the national strategy to counter anti-you-know-what and ensure its policies and infrastructure are made permanent. See? It says, as ADL data shows, the U.S. Jewish community is facing the worst crisis of anti-you-know-what that we have seen in a generation. Right? Why? Because the truth is going out. It says, as we reach the conclusion of the national strategy, as we reach the conclusion of the national strategy's 12-month timeline, we must guarantee the important policies within the plan continue to protect Jewish lives. The Countering Anti-You-Know-What Act will ensure these policies endure and create lasting executive structures to prioritize and fight anti-you-know-what, including domestic national coordinator and a dedicated task force that meets regularly to coordinate efforts to fight anti-you-know-what across federal agencies. Man, this shit is serious, man. They got a task force, all right? They got the laws and decrees being set in place, all right? All to what? To cover their ass. Why? Because these people know that they are the wicked. They know, hey, these niggas is guilty, man. It's over for them. They know it. So this is their last, ditch effort, if you will, to cover themselves, right? Deuteronomy 33, last verse, right? The scripture said we would have war with Amalek from generation to generation, man. This is war here. Deuteronomy 33, verse 29, it says, happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellencies, it says, and thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee. And that's what's going on. This is why these devils are hurt. Okay. They're the ones that have the power, man. All right. So I guess, I guess Kanye was onto something when he was bringing out all this information. All right. These are the ones that truly run the show. Right. But they're being found out as liars. All right. You're not the people of the Lord. You're not the Israelites. All right. You are the biblical Edomites. See? And it said that Esau would be the end of the world, showing you that what? That Esau would be in power. All right. Before he was destroyed. All right. Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right. But anyway, it says, and thy enemy shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon the high places. So everything that's not of the truth, all right, ultimately is being torn down, right? And like I made mention, right? Like I said, it's just a quick little follow-up, to what I was speaking about yesterday, dealing with the demonization and persecution that's coming upon all of us. All right, this is the war, the battle. All right, Ephesians 6 and 10, it says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Everything that we read about in this lesson thus far is all the wiles of the devil. All right. All right. That word for wiles.
Strong's G 3180. Methodiah.
All right. That word for wiles is methodiah. These are the methods of the devil. All right. Cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery. See, this is what he's coming with. All right. Unjust decrees, wicked laws. All right. Draconian measures. All right. All these tie into the wiles of the devil. So you got to put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is this truth. All right. Be prepared to go into this war, into this fight, man. The point, it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, right? Against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. All right. This is who we're up against. The rulers of darkness of this world against spiritual wickedness in high places, the ones that control the planet Earth, man. All right. That control the world's wealth and resources, man. Okay, that have the power to make these rules, man. Okay, this is them. You see? That was it on there, right? Yeah, it's a long article. But yeah, man, Amalek is going hard. Let's grab this too. Right, so we read that. Bear with me 1 second. I got a lot of tabs up here. I want to make sure I touched everything. Right. So yeah, pretty much just following up on the last article, but pretty much they're the small hats are tired of people speaking about the war that's going on in Gaza right now and what's actually going on. Hospitals, towns, innocent people are getting bombed, and they're and people across the world are calling it in the war, right? But the guy, what's his name? Not a Jew. He vowed to keep it going, So this is why people are bucking up against this thing, man. But they want to stop people from speaking about anything that they do. So the point is it's about to go down on a very high level, man. Right, and we're going to be tied up in it, right? Revelation 12 and the verse 17, it says, Revelation 12:17, it says, in the dragon, all right, speaking about Esau, his system, and the dragon was wroth with the woman representing Israel. It says, and went to make war, right? And went to make war with the remnant of her seed, all right, the remnant, the elect, which keep the commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, man. So the war is coming, Jake. Famine of the word, persecution, demonization, you name it, man. The narrative is being set, as we read about with Trump, what he's calling for, the death penalty coming against the JOOs, the capital punishment, okay, the laws and decrees, the stripping of the First Amendment, which involves the freedom of speech, the right to protest, peaceable assembly. They're going to get us off the highways and hedges, the internet. It's all coming. So get your mind right, man. So I just wanted to follow up on that. I didn't want this lesson to be too long at all, but this is what we up against. All right. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to be with us. All right. Let me get that too. You better believe that. This is, I'm sorry, not John, Jeremiah 15. So this is Jeremiah chapter 15 and verse Jeremiah 15 and verse 20. And it reads, it says, and I will make thee unto this people a fenced brazen wall, and they shall fight against thee. All right. And we're seeing how our enemies are fighting against us right now. But they shall not prevail against thee. For I am with thee to save thee and to deliver thee, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. See? And I will deliver thee out of the hand of the wicked. All right? You damn devils. It says, and I will redeem thee out of the hand of the terrible. See? So the Lord is going to be there, man. This is our faith. We believe that. All right? Let me see what that says in NLT real quick. Jeremiah 15 and 20 and 21. NLT, it says, this is in the NLT, Jeremiah 15 and 20, it says, they will fight against you like an attacking army, but I will make you as secure as a fortified wall of bronze. They will not conquer you, for I am with you to protect you and rescue you. I, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, have spoken. Verse 21. Yes, certainly. Yes, I will certainly keep you safe from these wicked men. I will rescue from their cruel hands. You see that? So this is what our power said, man. So the hell with you goddamn small hats, right? Bring this shit on already, man. Because at the end of the day, all right, everything about your enterprise, your system is going down, man. All right, via nuclear destruction, and when Yahweh Shai comes back with the heavenly host, right? So at the end of the day, hey, just continue to watch out, as I always say, man. You know, just quick follow up. Pray that you were informed and also edified, man. All right, so it's getting thick. So, hey, I'm gonna close out by giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. Hey, shalom. Yep, that's right. That's a great point right there. Yep, they said the young. Yep. Hey, we remember. Good point, brother. Shalom.